Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Janelle and I talk all things reselling as a part-time reseller here on YouTube. Today I had planned to make a what sold video, but I have been loving the reseller work with me vlogs and I've been getting some good feedback from you guys on them as well. So I'm gonna film another one and just do everything in here because I want to tell you what sold, but we're also gonna go to the thrift store. I already went to the thrift store, I changed my shirt. Then we're gonna come back and do a thrift haul and then I'll go through my sales for this week. Before anything else, I usually like to start off my videos with a sale because while I was thrifting this morning, I did make a sale. So I'm gonna go grab that and I'm going to try to put it in a priority mail box. I've never shipped anything in a box before, but I went to the post office yesterday and somebody had these two just like sitting outside and I realized, you know what? I've never shipped anything in here. And when I sell bigger things on Poshmark, I end up putting it in a big bag, but these boxes are free, and I know I can order these, I just don't for some reason. One of my most important fingernails is not working right now. I got a really bad nail cut, so my nails have grown really long, and this one just split way too low. And oh my gosh, thrifting today, I was like moving racks with my finger up. I am gonna tape this just to be a little safer. Now I'm wondering if this is too big for it, but let me go grab it. So I sold this Uniqlo puffer down jacket. I got it for $5 and I was gonna keep it myself because I just like the idea of having a down jacket, but I ended up listing it for $28. Realistically, I live in Florida. I tell myself I need all these winter coats. I already have 3, and when I travel, I can only take 1. I don't need any coats, but let's see. So I listed this on the 5th, and today is the 9th, so it sold within 4 days. Nifty sent a 10% off offer and the buyer accepted that. That's why I like sending 10% off offers. Most people that I watch, they have their automation system either send out 20 or 30%. I just do 10 because people do accept those offers. And if I would have sent out 20, that's less money that I'm getting. I think a lot of buyers want to see what your offer is going to be and then they'll take it or leave it. And to me, if they really want the item, then they can send me a 20 or 30% off offer and then we'll take it from there. I actually think it fits kind of perfect. Anyway, so I just send out 10%, but I'm one that accepts a lot of offers, so it doesn't mean I won't go lower. I just don't want to send a lower offer and then lose money on an item. This is good. I'm gonna tape it. And I love Poshmark because I can print the label right from my phone. I don't need to weigh the item or do any of that. Now that that is packed, my label's printed, let me insert the clips of the thrift store. Today I went to Red, White, and Blue, which is where I go 95% of the time. So let's head on over. As usual, I started off in the dress section. I just can't help myself, even as it's getting colder. But I did find this Bowden dress that is long sleeve for 75% off. So it came out to about $4 and I had to get that. Then I kept looking and did come across this Ralph Lauren dress that I almost got. You'll see me even put it in my cart because it was also 75% off. But the black Ralph Lauren tag just does not get me enough money like the green tag does. So I ended up putting it back. So I found these Pistola jeans in a 29 for 15. I'm not sure if that's worth it or not. I have to look them up. I've never got Pistola jeans before. I've just heard of them. But I like how they have that little cutout at the bottom. I did find a few Goldie jeans, but look at that price. They priced them both up to $35, so no thank you. And the sizes were small as well. But I did find these frame jeans and they were in a good size. White tags were half off, so I grabbed those for $5. Those are the high straight. Then I saw some Paige jeans. I ended up passing on these, but we will find more. One of my favorite brands to thrift for is L'Agence, and I did find these L'Agence jeans for half off, so they were $5, and 28 is not a bad size. They were a skinny jean, but I thought I'll try them. I did see a pair sell for $35. And that is everything I filmed here, so let's head back home. Some damage was done. I think I spent like $118 today. I did get some stuff for myself. I'm taking some classes at a new church, and all my life, my churches have been very casual. I could wear jeans all the time, but at this one, you don't really wear jeans. So I do have like 2 pairs of dress pants, so I got another pair, but I also wanted to get some skirts too. I'm so not a skirt girl, but I want to try it. And also I wanted them to be cute enough that maybe I can wear them for other things too. So experimenting. Spent $115.42, and I bought got 14 items. That would make my average cost of goods $8.20 something cents. But the things I bought for myself were a little bit higher priced. My average cost of goods is definitely not that high. Anyway, let's get into it. I will start with what I got to resell, and then at the end I'll show you guys what I got for myself. But the first thing were these Frame jeans. Frame is a brand that I just get excited about because their MSRP is very, very high. You will get more like bread and butter pricing for their older styles like this. I won't pick up skinny, right? I'm only gonna pick up straight or wide leg or something like that. But these are Lehigh straight. They were 50% off, so they were $5. They are an older style because they're more like that stretchy jegging material. Now, what's more in is definitely the Levi's vintage kind of jean look where they're thicker, not as elasticy, but for $5 I think they were worth it because they're straight jeans, and I should be able to get about 25 for these, so 5 into 25 is a good flip. I got another pair. This is a size 28, another Lehigh straight, exact same type of jean, same price. The only difference is the hardware on this one is silver and on that one it's like gold. Next up, I paid a little more for these. I paid $15, but this is my first time ever picking up Pistola jeans, so when I try something for the first time I get excited about it, right? Because it's like, oh, I've never found this brand. I know it's expensive. I know people resell it. I want to test it out. Based on comps, I should be able to get about 35 to 40. I think I will list these for 40. I might list a little higher just because it has these little cutoffs at the bottom. They're kind of like that boot cut look. I just gotta see, but I think 40 to 45 is what I'm gonna list these for. I picked up these Talbot's pants. These are khaki and they are new with tag in a size 14. I actually picked these up because yesterday I sold a pair of Talbot's pants that were new with tag that are the same color. They were more like corduroy. So these I did pay $6.50, but they are a better size. And for the fall, I think people will start buying these kind of brown and khaki pants because those go so well with like fall colored tops. I love that look. I got these Legence jeans, also in a size 28. These are also an older style, which is why these were priced so low, because my thrift store, look at the Agoldi prices I showed. They will price these brands up real high. These were only $5 because they're a skinny. I did see these exact jeans, exact size, sell for $35 on eBay. I think I will list them for $35, $36. Next up, these are another pair of pants slash jeans. These are a wide leg page jean in a size 32, good size. This style is called Genesee. They're in great condition, and this particular style sells for like $50. They're, you know, super wide leg, high rise. New ones were selling for like 100, but these were selling for like 45 to 50, and this was 25% off, so I spent about like $12.50 or so, and I'm gonna list these probably for 50. All right, next, I tried this on myself, but it was a little short and a little too distressed, and since I already had them picked out, I paid $6.50. So this is a frame denim skirt, and this is a newer frame. I believe when it says frame denim, they're a little newer than the jeans I showed. Also a size 28, and it's in great condition. They've got the button fly, and I just think they're really cute. So I saw a bunch selling for about 25, some a little more, some a little less. So I'll probably list them for like 28. And expect to get like 20 to 25 for that. Then I got two Bowden dresses because it's not a thrift haul of mine if I don't feature something from Talbot's and something from Bowden. So this Bowden dress in a size 10 was $10, and I will list this for about 36 to 40. And then this Bowden dress is in a size 8 long. Also, this is very much, you know, going into fall, going into winter, but it was also 75% off. So I paid about $4 for this dress. You know, there's been times where I've paid like $2 to $4 for Bowden dresses somehow, and I don't think the style is gonna do very well, or you know, it's not all that, and I just had one sell for like $30 and I only paid $2. So if I see that price and a good size, I'm gonna get it. Next up is this. Ooh, I did not notice it was kind of wrinkly there, but that's okay. There's really nothing wrong with it. So I just sold a Carol Little shirt same day that was 100% linen. So I picked up this one that is 100% silk in a size 16. And there's really not much to it. It's just the vintage, the material, and the size and the brand do pretty well. And it's just like a very beautiful champagne, and the silk feels so good quality. I truly believe things were made better back then. So I paid $4 for this, and I expect to get 20 to 25. All right, so this portion of the haul is for me. This is a J. Crew cardigan. Last fall and winter and spring even, these button-up cardigans were very much in. I don't own any. I have a couple cardigans, but they're more like the V-neck cardigans, and these are just, you know, a little bit more trendy. So I wanted to get this. I can wear it buttoned up or down, and I did spend $8 on this. I thought I could wear that with this skirt that I also found. It is just a white tiered skirt. I feel like I can wear this in a lot of different ways. I could wear it with a sweater. I could also wear it though with like a black tank top, any tank top really, and make it more like streetwear-ish. Never heard of this brand. It's called Lone Star. It is new with tag. These, I'm almost upset with myself. I had these exact Zara pants in this exact size and color, like literally copy paste. And I took them to Goodwill because I have no idea. I wore these so much. I think it's because I started working from home and then we got into summer and I just wasn't wearing them anymore. So I got rid of them because that's what I do. I declutter a lot. Here I go spending $10 on them again because I know they fit well. They look really good also with like a tank top, with a sweater. Like there's so many ways to wear cream pants, and this time of year I know that I will be wearing these a lot again. Then lastly, the most out of my comfort zone is this skirt. This is a Max Studio skirt. I like this pattern. I'm gonna try it on again. I tried it on at the thrift store over my clothes, but I want to try it on with like something I'd actually wear with it. It was a little tight, but it's extremely stretchy. The size tag is not on it, but it looks like a small. I'm pretty sure it's a small. That is everything I got today at the Red, White, and Blue thrift store. Now I want to go over what's sold, and as usual, I need to switch up my spot because I've been sitting here the entire video, and when I watch videos, I like a little change of scenery, so I try to do the same. To end this video, I want to go over what sold this week. Today is September 9th, so we're going to look at September 2nd to September 8th. I had 16 sales. I brought in $411.70, which is definitely more than my last couple what sold this week's video. Usually it's somewhere around $350, so now we are above $400 for the week. And actually, if I included the first and took out yesterday and did those 7 days, it was over $500. The numbers are picking up, and I can attribute that to two things. I am doing Nifty AI now, so I have an automation system that is recreating listings for me, that is sending out offers for me, that is sharing my Posh Closet all day, sending Depop offers, sending eBay offers. The other thing is we are now on September 9th, and I am doing a September challenge to list 5 items a day without fail, 6 days a week with 1 day of rest, and I've successfully done that. There's been days where I don't want to, but what I've been doing now is if I want to go to the thrift store like today, I need to photograph the 5 items first. I don't have to list them. I can list them while I'm working my corporate job. I work a corporate job from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. from home. So I work West Coast hours, which people think is crazy, but it is such a good schedule for a reseller that wants to thrift in the morning and list in the morning and get everything done in the morning. And all I have to do is be home by 1. So it works really well for me. I can list while I'm doing that, but at least the photographs where I have to be getting up and moving and doing all of that, I need to get that done before I go thrifting. And so that has made it very possible. Let's get into the sales. I only had one sale on September 2nd. It was on eBay, and it was this Lord & Taylor cashmere cardigan sweater in a size 3X. What was going for this piece was the size, 3X, the material, 100% cashmere, and even the style, because like I just said, these button-up cardigans have been on trend last year. So that I picked up for $7.50. That sold on eBay for $30, and I received positive feedback from it, which is great. I brought in $24.48 for a profit of $16.96, and it sold in 21 days. The next sale was on September 3rd. It was on Poshmark. I sold these Lafayette 148 pants in a size 12. These are the Gramercy pants. These are very, very, very expensive retail. So they sold on Poshmark for $32. I paid $6. So I brought in $25.60 and made a profit of $19.60 in 42 days. My next sale on the 3rd was on Depop. So now all 3 apps are moving, right? Because this nifty thing is really helping me out. On Depop, I sold this Wilfred top in a size small. It is this little white tie front top. I paid $8.50 for it. I don't remember exactly how much I sold it for because Depop doesn't show me that, or maybe I just don't know how to see that, but I brought in $19.07 with a profit of $10.57 in only 4 days. Another sale on the 3rd was on eBay. I sold this Carol Little shirt, and this is why I'm picking up Carol Little now, because it sold same day. I paid $3 for it, and it sold for $22, bringing me $17.96 and a $14.71 profit. Next sale, same day, September 3rd. 23rd was this Tadashi Shoji dress. I have had this listed for a long time, 149 days to be exact. And I spent 13 on this. This is like a little cocktail lace dress. It was a size 10 and it sold for $80, which was full price on Poshmark, although Poshmark's fees are pretty high. So I brought in $64, but I still had a profit of $51. So this is my best sale this week. Next one was another really good sale. This is a Ted Baker sweater that my thrift store definitely missed because there was another one, same style, that they priced for like $20 or $35 or something. This one was priced for $5. I sold it for $45 on Poshmark, so I got $40 and my profit was $34.50. It did take over 200 days to sell though. I don't recommend picking up Ted Baker, at least for me. My thrift store typically prices it up and it sits for a long time, so I don't really grab it, but because I noticed that little miss up, I knew I would profit, but I did have to wait a while. Okay, next up is this Quince sweater. A lot of these sales I've already shared in vlogs, but this one I spent $4 on and it sold on Poshmark for $25, so I made $20 and my profit was $15.50. This also sold same day. Definitely be on the lookout for Quince. It is a brand that you're not going to get a ton for, so you want to get it at a cheap cost of goods, but they're popular. Every time I list something from Quince, it sells within the week pretty much. All right, next up is this Abercrombie puffer vest. I'm so glad this sold because I kind of regretted picking it up. It wasn't getting any traction on any of my apps and it takes up space. I don't like items that take up space unless they're gonna move fast. I listed it back in 2024, so it has been over 9 months. I spent $8 on it and it sold for $25. I made a profit of $12.44 after fees, but took way too long. And that was my one sale from September 4th. So now we're moving into September 5th. I had 3 sales this day, 2 on eBay, 1 on Poshmark. So the first one on eBay was this Bowden dress, and Bowden I can pick up any size. This was in a 4 petite and I picked it up for $2, technically $1.50, and it sold on eBay for $30. This little tank, tiny size, who would think, right? And it sold in 61 days, which to me, I've said it before, anything under 90 is great. So I brought in $24.26 for a profit of $22.76. All right, next up is this Talbot's dress in a size 16. I showed this when I thrifted it and it only took 3 days to sell. I spent $8 on it. I sold it for $27 on Poshmark, so I made $21.60 and $13.60 in profit. My last sale of the 5th was on eBay and it was this Old Navy top. I spent $3.25 on this and I only sold it for $14. That is just the name of the game with Old Navy right now. You're gonna sell it fast. It's not gonna sell for that much. So it sold same day for $14, so I turned 3 into 14 the same day. So I only made a profit of $6.75. I think I might slow down on Old Navy. It's fast money, but it's not a lot of money. So you just gotta pick and choose what you like, if you like volume or if you're more profit-based seller, but that's kind of how Old Navy's been doing for me. Moving on to September 6th, I only had 1 sale this day. It was on Poshmark and it is this new with tag petal and pup dress. I actually paid $13 for it, but it sold for $45, so I brought in $40 for a profit of $27 and it sold in 29 days. Moving on to September 7th, I was so happy to sell this because this is another one that I listed last year and it still followed my old inventory system where I had it in a frosted bag rather in my Ziploc bags, and I changed that method like a year ago. So I paid $5.50 for this Sweaty Betty sweater and it sold on Poshmark for $25. I made $20 and my profit was $14.50. I just realized there are 2 Talbot's dresses in a size 16 in this week's sales. I will always pick up a Talbot's dress in that size. So next up was this Talbot's dress. It is 100% silk. It was blue, floral. I paid $8 for it. It sold on eBay for $31.50, which was an offer that Nifty sent out. The buyer accepted, so I brought in $26.52 and my profit was $18.52 and it sold in 31 days. And my other sale from September 7th, which was also on eBay and it was also Talbot's. This is truly the brand I sell the most. This is the new with tags Talbot's pants. They were a size 10, corduroy, straight leg. I paid $7.50 for them and they sold for $27, which made me $21.77 for a profit of $14.27, and they sold in 27 days. The last day that I'm going through is yesterday, September 8th, and I only had 1 sale. It was this Beyond Yoga dress. I only paid $3.25 for it and it sold for $20 on Poshmark, so I had $16 for a profit of $13, and that sold in 32 days. All right, so that is going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to put the label on this and put this in my mailbox for the postman to take, because if I have under 4 sales, I will leave them out there. If I have more than 3 sales, then I will go to the post office. But now I actually don't have time to do that because I'm about to start my corporate job. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Let me know what your best sale of the week was or your worst sale of the week was, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye.